All right. Start off with name and your role and who you're with.
Brandon Harper. I am Dayton Flight's TMO and General Manager.
TMO. Help me out.
Team Market Owner.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Dayton
general
Flight's-
manager?
Yes. Dayton Flight's Team Market Owner and General Manager.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. So, like we said, we just had head coach. Dayton's new.
Yes, sir.
Dayton's new, but excited.
Very, very, in a number of different ways with our team, with the community, with everything that's going on, man.
So we talked a little bit about team. Let's talk about how Dayton's excited for community. How does Dayton Flight fit in and fill some gaps in the community?
Well, it's actually easy for us now. In an unfortunate way, with the many plights that we've had, tornadoes, mass shootings, we're able to rejuvenate the city by coming in with youth camps and other various platforms that allow relationships to get strengthened in the community. You always need a platform for young people to have something to come to and build those relationships. Because if you don't have it, they're clueless. And Dayton Flight does just that. It creates that vehicle, that platform for those relationships to get strengthened.
How does when it comes to marketing, how does anybody in charge of marketing for a team go about doing just that? How do you market a team in a league that's overshadowed by, there's no secret, it's below the NBA, obviously. How do you go and market something like that? I would assume you'd need to use different angles than basketball talent necessarily, right? So how do you go and market something like that?
Well, we talked about it just briefly, the community aspect of it. You got businesses who want to reciprocate the support that the community gives them. So as long as we're doing our part in strengthening the community and putting a great product out there, yeah, you said it. We're new. We're overshadowed, but before you even get the product out there, you have to be on a crusade to make an impact. And you get businesses, you get brands who want to support you in that endeavor. And we've been able to ride that wave and kind of not even pay attention to the marketing and branding, in a sense, to just doing our part in the community aspect and having our brand speak for itself in that capacity. I think it'll filter over in the marketing aspect.
You got people coming in and they want to play basketball, but how important is it to you that they also realize that this is more than they're playing basketball?
Very. I think, and for me, I was a sports agent for 6 years before making this transition with Dayton Flight as general manager, as team market owner. And it's everything, because for me, I felt like it's been an indictment on the sports agent industry, because it's just been, okay, let's get you on the court and play, or let's get you on the field and play, or whatever the sport is. I think it was more of an emphasis on let's get you out there and play, as opposed to getting guys acclimated with their community or the community that they're playing for. I think once you do that, get them acclimated with the community, it makes the transition with them being on the team and their talents that they want to flourish. I think that makes it a lot easier, because it's a comfort. It's a comfort zone that they get once they get acclimated with the community. You get fans that support them a lot more, and it just makes their job a lot easier. Everybody wants to support. That you don't just get out there and play just to play. I think everybody has something deep down in them that wants to have someone support them, someone root for them, and having that genuine love and passion to want to better an area, a community that you're a part of. It'll transition or translate into the support that the community gives you, and that's what Dayton is. It's a city that knows if you're genuinely for them or with them. If not, they'll eat you up. and you'll know once you get out on that court. They'll let you know. It won't be too subtle either.
Speaking as a former agent, for um, how do you look at a league like the basketball league that there's no agent required? In fact, many of these people don't have one, the majority of which. They come in and now they're starting a process eventually in the future where agents can help people when they're in the league. How does that transition help, which was previously a fairly muddy water for players beforehand?
I think it's given players hope. You get players who just can't find a situation for themselves because, they don't have the resources to obtain an agent or put themselves in the right predicament to get the opportunity that they like. So with TBL and what they're doing, I think I think with only having 450 NBA jobs, and a lot of people don't realize that. There's only 450 NBA jobs. But what TBL does and what they're doing is they're making these young kids believe that, hey, I don't have to have everything in place. There's going to be something or someone to help me with the requisite resources that I'll need to advance my career. TBL is a perfect example of an entity, a platform for underprivileged young men who just want to find an opportunity. They embody just that. And this transformation, this transition is just one way of filtering that hope into the players. I think it's great.
Finally, then, where can people find information and follow the Dayton Flight?
DaytonFlight.com is real easy. They can go on there and find out whether it be our schedule, player, roster. We've yet to solidify our depth chart, so they can actually go on Dayton Flight, get updates, subscribe, and get updates quicker than the normal fan. So I implore all our fans, even those who want to root against us, to go check us out, DaytonFlight.com.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.